All right, you're going to have to help me with this, Anna, just a little bit on the pronunciation because I don't want to mess it too badly. But National Borinqueneers, National Borinqueneers Day 2022. Here to receive the proclamation is Ana Rivera, President and founder of the Puerto Rican Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and major leader in our city. Paul, you want to come up too? As well as Anna's husband, Mark. David, right. Okay, sorry.
And with that, I'd like for all of you to take a look at the Congressional Gold Medal. Easy for you to say.
All right.
Someone can help hold this here. You can meet my father. And then this was from Senator Marco Rubio.
This is so good. Whereas the 65th Infantry Regiment of the U.S. Army grew from the 1st Volunteer Regiment established in Puerto Rico in 1899, which was officially established as a Hispanic regiment in 1908, served in both world wars and in Korea, and was comprised primarily of Puerto Rican soldiers. And whereas this regiment was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal on April 13, 2016, wherein Congress designated this date as National Borinqueneers Day through a larger defense bill passed in 2021. And whereas the text of the law designates the day as an opportunity to recognize the bravery, service, and sacrifice of the unit and pay tribute to the sacrifices made and adversities overcome by Puerto Rican and Hispanic members of the armed forces. And whereas like many units at the time, the 65th was sent to Korea without proper gear and suffered injuries from the region's cold weather and faced their own set of challenges in that environment, the Borinqueneers often struggled with language barriers, were segregated from white soldiers, and had to deal with other forms of discrimination within the service, yet still served with distinction and were incorporated into the Puerto Rican National Guard when segregation ended. And whereas the Borinqueneers fought in some of the Korean War's most intense battles, resulting in the regiment's members earning a Medal of Honor, 9 Distinguished Service Crosses, over 250 Silver Stars, and more than 600 Bronze Stars, and more than 2,700 Purple Hearts. After an assessment from the U.S. House of Representatives, the regiment was dubbed the Borinqueneers in honor of Borinquen, Puerto Rico's original Taíno name, meaning Land of the Brave Lord. Now therefore, I, H. William Mutz, as the mayor of the city of Lakeland, do hereby proclaim April 13th as National Borinqueneers Day in the city of Lakeland, and hand you this proclamation, ma'am.
Thank you. Booyah! That's how you do it. This is very important to me and to many of the Latino who serve in the armed forces. Right now, you have in front of me my Vice President, Paul Cruz. He is a veteran, and our Director of Women's Affairs in the area of the armed forces, Jolie DJ Delgado, who in a couple of weeks will be deployed. So we have served this nation and we continue to serve. Now, why am I talking about the Borinqueneers? Well, they're passing a Congressional Gold Medal around for my father, who this passed in 2009. And he used to tell me of the stories that he went through and how he was afraid to join, but his brothers egged him on, says, you gotta do something, you can't stay home and not do anything. Now I want you all to remember that these men and women that served, that came from the island, were not able to vote for the president that they were led by. Their chief in command, they could not vote for him, and I want you to remember that. That's why I keep on saying that statehood for Puerto Rico needs to be really, really considered, because we give a lot, we've given a lot, and we will continue to give a lot. And thank you so much to the city of Lakeland for letting me share this with you, sharing the legacy of my dad and all of the Borinqueneers and all of the Latinos that serve this nation, this great nation of the United States of America. Gracias.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got to do what they call, Cindy Rodriguez knows this when she was a judge by Ms. Polk. All right, never know.
3, 2, 1. All right,
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Here's your medal.
Let me show this to Mayor.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. It is heavy.
Beautiful.
It is heavy.
Yes. It's beautiful. Very nice.
I have to go to the safety deposit box to get it out.